Hello and welcome to the NBQ Fan Show. This is the UG Preview Edition. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a lot of surprises for you on this particular show. I want you to share the link to all your friends, all your denominational members, all your executives, even your parents. Let everyone tune in and join us here on the show as we dive into the UG Championship, the ins and outs of being a contestant, and some matters concerning the National Championship. And a very big surprise that we will unveil concerning the National Championship here on this show. I want to take a very quick commercial break. When I come back, I will introduce my guest and we will begin the discussions. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, my name is Richard Ofwe. I am your host. I want to quickly introduce my guest for the show today, and we will dive into the conversations. This is a familiar face. We've seen him since the inception of the quiz 2023. He contested in the UG Institutional Championships. He contested at the Nationals in that year. He contested in 2024 as well. It didn't go well, but I think we will talk about all that right here on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll let him introduce himself to us. So,
okay, I'm Emmanuel Enimasari, a past contestant of the NBQ show.
So, first, we want to know, which denomination were you in?
I was in Christ Apostolic Students and Associates, CASA, Legon.
Okay, CASA Legon. So you contested for CASA Legon in 2023 and in 2024.
Yes, please.
Wow. But during that season, during that period, did you occupy any position in the denomination?
Okay, in 2023, I was the evangelism secretary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in 2020. And in 2024, I was the president.
People of God, we are in the presence of royalty. So in 2023, he was the evangelism secretary, decided to contest for his denomination. 2024, he was the president and still contested for his denomination. Wow. Also, we want to talk about your experience as a contestant. I want to take the conversations from that angle first. You know, it takes a lot. We only see what is on the stage. And sometimes when the performances are down, we are disappointed. And then when the performances are good, we are excited. But I believe that a lot goes into coming there to sit down and contest. So we want to look at that. First of all, how has the experience been for you, being a contestant for these past 2 years in the NBQ?
Okay, so it has been a good experience. Looking at combining academics and this quiz matter. Because the first priority while we are in Legon, or I was in Legon, was the purpose for academics. So if you are going to, combine academics and also combine learning the Bible to represent your church, it was a good experience, and it comes with a lot.
Okay. So I want us to look at, you said combining preparing for the NBQ and contesting with being a student, with the academics. Did contesting in the NBQ have a positive impact on the way your academics went? I want to find out that, as in maybe how you prepared for NBQ influenced how you prepared for academics. We want to know.
Oh yeah, in some sense it did affect, because with the NBQ mostly we dedicate some few weeks for the preparation. So you will need to, learn a lot of things within some few weeks. And it helps us in our exam preparation too, academic-wise, because of the course I did, I was a health student. So looking at that matter, the things are many. So it helps us to, we've already exercised our brain with the NBQ. So when we are going for the exams, we are able to cram many things before the exams. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it just me or almost all the contestants that we have in NBQ are in the science field? Is it just me or that is what we have been seeing? So, why is it so? Why is it that most of the contestants in the NBQ are in the science field?
Yeah, I think I've seen that too. That most we have medical students by chemistry and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I think probably I mean first of all to contest in the quiz, reading the Bible it takes the love of God. So first of all, maybe we are having most of our science students loving the word of God.
Hey.
But the second thing too I will add to it is that is it the nature of the science courses, the nature of the science courses, you're able to cram a lot of things, you're able to, let me say, chew and pour that stuff. So it helps them also in preparing because, I mean, it's kind of a chew and pour something.
Hey, please. We are learning the Bible, though. Okay, so now I want to look at your specific experience. You as a person. We have looked at how it impacted your academics. How did the NBQ impact your life as a leader? You were an evangelism secretary, and then you went on to become the president. Did they have an impact on your leadership portfolio, on your life as a leader, as a Christian? Did it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Word of God has made us understand that we need to keep learning the Word of God. We should meditate on it day and night. So, as a matter of fact, preparing for the quiz, you are not only preparing for the quiz, but you are also learning the Word of God. And to be honest, NBQ has impacted, I mean, if you followed NBQ from 2020, you realize that it has changed the narrative about especially the book of Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Because most of it we felt like, oh, Leviticus was for the people in the wilderness. I mean, some unclean
You
and
are
clean
not in
animals.
wilderness, you are in Ghana.
You get it. You get it. But it has, I mean, made us understand that no, there are some revelations and mysteries in Leviticus and other stuff. So it has impacted me a lot. I mean, I get to know that, oh, Leviticus is not just about on, and even if you realize, if not MBQ, you realize that when you reach Leviticus and especially Numbers, you will jump to, let's say, Joshua.
Hey.
Because you feel like Numbers is full of numbers, but it's not so. It's not so.
Wow. Also, now we want to go ahead and look at the challenges because I know that in as much as you benefit from these, it presents its own sets of challenges, in terms of, first, let's look at in terms of your preparations, it presents its own set of challenges that you have to deal with, things that you have to handle. Sometimes the pressure of, you said, combining with your academics. Did you experience some of that? Can you talk to us about that?
Okay, so personally, I think in the 2023 contest or competition, during the week we were having the NBQ, I was writing exams.
Wow.
I was writing exams and I was a health student in Lagos, so we were writing the exams at Kolebu. So I will wake up early in the morning, go and write the exams, get back and do preparation for the MBQ. So, I mean, personally, I have experience combining academics and so it's about management of time and getting to know how you cope with it.
Okay, so you are saying it's about management of time. If a contestant is watching you right now, can you elaborate on that? How can he manage that time in the way that you did and you were impacted, that you benefited from?
Okay, so as I said, we used to wake up very early because of the bus, 5 a.m. to Kolebu. So, in as much as, I mean, you have the whole semester for academic works. So, most often we do some of the academic. So, during the exams, it's kind of, you are going to revise and other stuff. So, you have an ample time. So, most often, maybe in the morning when we are in the bus going to Kolebu, I'll be reading my Bible to prepare for the quiz because I remember the two contests we had, the quarterfinals and the semi. I had paper on that day, so I needed to. I mean, go in. I'll be reading. So right after the exams, to when we are coming through from Kolebu to Legon, I'll be reading to prepare.
Wow. Somebody is going to write exams and in the bus he's reading the Bible. That is what it means to be a contestant. I think we have taken how the contestants prepare and the things they go through, we have taken them lightly to some extent. Because you go to a contest, you watch a contest, and someone gets two. He finishes the contest with 2. In fact, this year we've seen a number of negatives. People finish the contest with negatives, and we come out with disappointments. But we've never gone to think about how far they went in terms of their preparations. And I think Osofo is helping us understand it. And in 2023, you got your church seeded,
Yes.
right? You
Yes,
got
please.
seeded, and you lost the seed.
In 2024.
I think we have a picture of you from when you lost your seed to New Breed, right?
Yeah.
New Breed. I don't know if our production team can put that picture. I want to talk about that day. How did it feel? Knowing that you worked a lot in 2023 to get that seed and then to lose it in your first contest in the 2024 championship. How did it feel? Because we've seen, I'm sure our production team is showing the image. We have seen how you were looking, your demeanor, but I want to know how it felt and how you handled it.
Okay, so it wasn't a good feeling, to be honest. It wasn't a good feeling because actually we were trying to, secure the seeded spot.
slot.
We were trying to secure it. But, on that day, New Breed was very hard to beat. They were very hard to beat. So it wasn't a good feeling. And, even during the interview after the quiz, I told the person during the interview that, looking at the going through the qualifiers again to qualify, but if you have a seeded spot, you know that, you are straight to the nationals. But right now, tomorrow, Casa Legon will need to,
Put in
fight.
their best, yeah.
So it isn't a good feeling.
Okay. Still on that. Do you think that not contesting in the 1A stage affected you? Do you think so?
Okay, in some way, yes, it did. Because, looking at New Breed, they were coming from qualifications into 1/8. So they had experience in the 1/8. They had prepared for the 1/8. So it means that they had covered a lot. So they were going to build on in the quarterfinals. And you look at the 1/8, they were coming against Winners Chapel Fellowship, and they did them. Sorry to use the word basa. It was, a gap contest for the first 1/8 stage. They really lashed New Winners. So you could see that they were very good, and they were going to build. It affected us in some way.
So in some way, since you are Casa Legon, it means that if Casa Legon is able to secure qualification tomorrow, which we are praying for,
Oh yeah.
it means that going into the national championship, they have a bit of an advantage if they're able to make it to the quarterfinal because they've been through a series of contests.
Yes, because you build your momentum early. You build the momentum early before getting into the quarterfinal.
Okay, all right. I think we are learning a lot from Osofo Emmanuel here. We want to take a very quick commercial break, but I want to let you know this. Along the line in the conversations, we'll be opening a hotline for you to call in if you have questions for our guest here, if you have questions for myself, if you want to make a predictions, we'll be opening up a hotline for you to come on the show. So just stay with us. Right after this break, we'll continue with the next segments of our show. Stay with us.
That feeling you get when you walk into an event with incredible music and sound quality. Yeah, that's us. Welcome to Ghana's leading musical instrument store, Sweet Music. Choose from a wide range of keyboards, drum sets, guitars, combos, stage monitors, mixers, amplifiers, speakers, microphones, saxophones, trumpets, studio equipment, and every accessory thinkable. We're located in Achimota, Sonodim Ship House, adjacent Absa Bank. Tema Community 9 next to Star Gas near T Havana. Kumasi opposite the STC station or Ashanti Home Touch, Asafo Market. Takrady ground floor of Rabito Clinic, Dabiama. Sunyani opposite Kokobod, Cementia Story Building. Tamale at the King David Plaza. You can also shop online at sweet-music.com or call 020-536-0313 or 054-734-6146. From top brands to beginner-friendly options, we've got something for everyone. Sweet Music. Hear the sound.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you for staying with us. I don't know about you, but I am personally enjoying the conversation and I am learning a lot about the whole NBQ experience. You see, some of us, we have just been on the sidelines. We've watched, we've laughed, some of us always come with agenda. And also for here, after finally leaving the contestantship for the people, has joined the team. And we really appreciate you for being here on the show with us. I want us to open our hotlines. If anyone has a question for our guest here concerning all that we've spoken about so far, you can just call. The number should be on your screen right now. It's 055 028 7680. 055 028 7680. If you have any question, if you have any addition on all that Mr. Emmanuel has shared so far, you can call us and then we'll cue you into the conversation. So, in the meantime, I want us to talk about, we've talked about the NBQ experience from the aspect of a contestant. But over the years, this is our third year since we officially started staging the national championship. How do you think that the NBQ is faring in terms of impact, in terms of the experience? How do you think the NBQ is faring?
I think they are doing really well. They are doing really well. I mean, they are letting us understand the Bible, know the Bible very well. And I mean, this is even a small beginning. I would say the Bible says we shouldn't despise small beginnings. They just started and look at the way they are presenting the things. I don't think, I mean, I'm sorry to do this comparison, but Nationals and Science and Maths quiz didn't start this way. I mean, MBQ is doing very well, and I mean, let's all celebrate the people in charge of it.
He celebrates the people in charge. So, but overall, you've been a contestant. You were president of your denomination. Have you come across personally? Have you come across people who have voiced out the impact of the quiz is having on them in their lives in terms of their spirituality? Because over the nationals last year, I had someone whose testimony was that the quiz, watching the quiz and being in the environment of the quiz alone, gave him motivation to finish his book that he had started writing.
That's nice. I think it is having impact on many people. I mean, even this year, I called one guy to join the team for the preparation to be part of the Casa Legon team. And we are getting closer. I called that, are you preparing to be a contestant? And this guy told me that he wanted to boost his spiritual life. I mean, it's helping people to
So, but I want us to move on and go into the direction of the championships we've had so far. The championships, we've had about 7 championships. how have you seen
chapters are faring. So I think we have been having a nice competition. Probably, maybe, I think the scores have been quite low this year, but I mean, UCC, the first contest for UCC, Afosa, UCC, and Kasa UCC gave us some good, I mean, battle. But it has been good. It has been good. Maybe the scores and some people we were looking up to really disappointed, but it is a different whole show. The experience being I think I remember 2024 against New Breed. I think the first round they were leading us with some 2 points, and I told Prince, "Oh, it's still a game." The speed race to, I think they widened the gap to 4 points or so. It's still close. So it was during the problem of the day we had 10/10. So at least on on any good day, if you're having 10/10, you expect your other people to maybe have around 2, so that you close the gap and also widen it. And these people are getting 9 or so, and I was like, wow. So we got to the true or false. We are chasing them. They had their first 2 true or false questions right. We got ours wrong. So there was a question the quiz mistress asked, and to be honest, I didn't hear the question. Prince asked me, do you know the answer? And I said, Charlie, I didn't hear. Because I was thinking about how we are going to close the gap, even on stage. I was thinking about how to close the gap, even on the stage.
That affects some of the contestants?
Oh, yes.
It has been affecting, because I think in one of the championships, I think you has or so, there was a contestant who lost a certain point in this, was it round 1? And throughout the speed race, you could see that the guy was distracted. At the end of the round, when I approached him, he was saying that there was a certain mark being in the round 1 he should have been given. So because of that, he was so distracted in the whole of the round, and it cost them. The contest at the end of the day was a close one. I think they lost with a point or 2. It means that if he had focused on the round 2, they could have easily won it.
Yeah, a lot goes in the preparation. I think, let me also cite, I think I have the experience, so I can give more examples. In 2023, against FCUCC in the semi-finals, we were leading the round 1. I think we had 14 and they had 10 or 12. And we were going for this during the speed race round. We were ringing and we were getting the answers wrong. We were ringing and we were getting the answers wrong.
Yeah.
We ring, we get the answers wrong. So we got to a point we were afraid to press the bell, to the extent that there was one question I told Prince that this is the answer, but he said, let's relax. And Epsu rang the bell and had the answer correct. So the experience on the stage, because you are carrying the shoulders of a church, you want to be victorious. You want to, help your church get the bragging right. So you are going to think around this. So you realize that those who are able to maintain their composure on stage, honestly, they do well too. A person who is able to maintain composure is our own Smart. You see that no matter what he's composed. He's very composed, and I think it helped him a lot. So a lot goes into it.
Okay. Also, you mentioned something. It would steer us off, but I want to. You said that you were following all the other CASA chapters when we started the championship. Yeah. I think that's another thing we should talk about. How, because of the NBQ, most of the denominations are now connecting. I think before we started this year, someone called me and asked me how many chapters of his denomination are participating out of the 14 this year.
Yeah, it's true, because, just imagine we are in the nationals and we have the bragging right that CASA has the most chapters represented. So mostly I sometimes do contact some of our presidents from the different chapters to find out how they are going, how they are preparing, because we want to be there. We want, at least if we have about 8 chapters representing from different institutions, or in CASA, maybe who knows? We can get the
I think
winner.
last year AGCM had about 8 or 10.
Yeah,
And
and they had
at
one
the end
in
of
the
the day, they had
finals.
one.
So, I mean, if
So,
you get most
Osofo
of them,
Emmanuel is saying that if you want to make it to the final, have more chapters in the championship.
definitely.
I see. All right. So, I want to, as we are waiting for some of the calls, I want to quickly run us through the championships we've had so far and the denominations that have qualified. We currently have 22 denominations who have qualified for the national championship this year. We've done 7 championships. Okay, I think we have a caller on the line, and it's our very own Chukwemeka. Okay, I think we have a caller on the line, and it's our very own Chukwemeka. Hello, Chukwemeka, if you can kindly mute the stream so that we can hear you. Hello, Chukwemeka, if you can kindly mute the stream so that we can.
Hello, yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. Hello.
Daniel, we can hear you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
Hello, Daniel. We can hear you. We can hear you. Yes, Daniel, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
We can hear you. We can hear you. So, my technical team have to work on that. He can hear us, but we can't hear him. So we want to continue with our conversation as they try and resolve that. So we had the UMAT Championship, we had the UHAS Championship, we had the UDS Nyankpala Championship, and then we went on to UCC, went to UPSA, went to HTU and TTU. Unfortunately, we couldn't have the ATU Championship, but we still have a denomination from ATU representing. So far, of the 22, we have NUBG UMAT, we have AGCM UMAT, and PENSA UMAT. Then from UHAS, we have GESAM, we have AGCM UHAS, we have GAMSU UHAS. NUBG UHAS is already seeded for the national championship this year. From UDS, we have GAMSU UDS Nyankpala, NUBS UDS Nyankpala, NUBG UDS Nyankpala, and in UCC, our champions are seeded CASA. Sof wanted me to mention it, so I've mentioned it. Our champions, CASA UCC, are seeded. So we have the others qualifying as APOSA UCC, PENSA UCC, and the denomination that's knocked out are defending. They really caused an upset. Also, what was your feeling after that championship, that particular contest, the Noobs EPSU contest?
To be honest, I was really shocked. I was like, how? Because, I mean, it was a bad day in the office for them, for the EPSU UCC guys. And maybe, I think one of their main contestants didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, was
but
missing.
the other two contested
They
have
had
been
the
there.
experience.
Yes, they were there in 2023 in the institutionals. They were there at the nationals. They were there in 2024 in the institutionals. They were there at the nationals as well. So they still had the upper hand over Noobs.
Yeah, I really expected much from them, to be honest. I never thought EPSU would finish a contest with 15 points. I think they had 15 points. Yeah. I never thought they would finish a contest with 15 points. I was really... And I don't know, you saw that they did their normal thing again. The first round being poor. They came in the speed race and realized the two of us this time around was not clicking for them. So, I mean, sometimes... I think on such occasion you realize that as a contest you want you want us to have the contest again. You want us to have the contest again to prove your worth, but I mean, one chance. He only has to hope for the standby list.
I think that's how GCCI felt in 2023 when you beat them with the tiebreaker.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's how they felt.
Yeah, because when we rang for the tiebreak, I realized that they also rang. And that's one, I'm very sure Asida knew the answer. Just that we were very fast.
Wow. Asida, we will talk about Asida when we come to the UG Championship. But I think it was very unfortunate for EPSU. But they were two-time champions who were fighting for a third consecutive championship. Tomorrow we have a two-time champion fighting for a third consecutive championship. Are you having that kind of feeling that it's possible it could happen? Because their contest is a bit tight. We will talk about the contest detail, but how are you feeling for DLCF Legon ahead of tomorrow's contest?
I mean, DLCF has been a very strong side since the inception of the quiz. It was last year as things didn't work for them. But the contest is too tight. The contest is very tight against Live City. It will be a very tough one. I don't know. When we get to the predictions, I will talk about this.
All right. All right. So I want us to take a break. When we come back, we will look at the UG Championship in detail. We'll look at the strength of every team right from when we started, because UG is basically the home of NBQ. That is where NBQ came out of. So we will look at how each team fared from 2023 even until now, ahead of the contest, and then we'll look at the previews for the contest tomorrow. And then from there, we can begin to make our predictions. Unfortunately for us, we don't have NK here to give us. So, ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. We'll be right back after this short commercial break to talk about the UG Championship. Stay with us.
That feeling you get when you walk into an event with incredible music and sound quality. Yeah, that's us. Welcome to Ghana's leading musical... instrument store, Sweet Music. Choose from a wide range of keyboards, drum sets, guitars, combos, stage monitors, mixers, amplifiers, speakers, microphones, saxophones, trumpets, studio equipment, and every accessory thinkable. We're located in Achimota, Sonodim Ship House, adjacent Absa Bank. Tema Community 9 next to Star Gas near T Havana. Kumasi, opposite the STC station or Ashanti Home Touch, Asafo Market. Takrade, ground floor of Rabito Clinic, Dabiama. Sunyani, opposite Kokobod, Cementia Story Building. Tamale at the King David Plaza. You can also shop online at sweet-music.com or call 020-536-0313 or 054-734-6146. From top brands to beginner-friendly options, we've got something for everyone. Sweet Music. Hear the sound.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the NBQ Fans Show. This is the UG Championship Preview Edition. But before I talk about the UG Championship Preview, I want to talk about our sponsorship for the 2025 season. We are still trying to raise funds for the 2025 season. It's not been easy. We've been to a number of places. But beyond that, we believe that individuals can really support and push this project. We launched this support NBQ with Thanksgiving in the whole month. Each person contestants for a duration of 2 weeks. You have to motivate them for that duration of 2 weeks. You have to give them prizes. You have to log so much goes into production. So much goes into championship. Until so you can support it in English. You can give I have a catering business. I want to support you in terms of the feeding for the project. If you have any business like that, any service that you render like that, and you feel that is how you can support this project, let's raise a godly youth in the country. And beyond even the knowledge of the Bible, this project is shaping up the characters of our students, shaping out the characters of our participants. And I believe that it will help us as a country moving forward. And so just support us, give an amount. Momo channel is there, Telecel Cash is there, bank is there, any channel. If it is a service you can give, if it is in kind you can give, just reach out to us through any of our socials, through our email, or 0205-360313 or 053-1454-855, 053-1454-855 or 0204-626266. Support this project and be a blessing to a generation that wants to know the word of God. Thank you. So we want to quickly move back into the discussion. We want to move back into the discussion. So, okay. So we want to quickly look at the UJ Championship. The UJ Championship this will be the 3rd edition for the UJ Championship. We held the first edition in, I think, June of 2023. And then we had a grand finale somewhere late June. And then we had the UJ Championship last year also in July. I think it was 5th July. And then this year we are having the UJ Championship tomorrow on the 7th of June 2025. But the UJ Championship over the years has presented some surprises, some excitement, and we want to look at what we expect in the championship come tomorrow. First of all, a general overview of the championship. What are you expecting? Not in terms of the qualifying teams, but in terms of the championship as a whole. What are you expecting? Because you've said that throughout the championships we've had this year, we've had the team scoring low. Do you think that is going to happen in Legon or are we going to experience that high scoring contests in Legon? Are we going to? What do you expect for tomorrow?
Okay, so my expectation is that, you just started the NBQ, and over the years they've proved that, oh yes, they are the pioneers of the NBQ. So I expect that there will be enough competition, and the scores. I'm not expecting low scores tomorrow. No, I'm not expecting low scores tomorrow. I expect competition among the various teams.
Okay, so let me give a brief run through for tomorrow's championship. We will have 3 contests and the grand finale. In contest 1, we have the winners Chapel International Campus Fellowship (WCF). In contest 1 again, we have AGCM, the Assemblies of God Campus Ministry. We have the Christ Apostolic Students and Associates. We have the Evangelical Presbyterian Student Union (EBSU), and the Victory Bible Church International Students and Associates (VISA). Now, so let me give a brief overview of the teams. In 2020, WCF's first appearance in the NBQ was in 2024, where they came up big, they came up strong, and won their qualifying contest. They won their qualifying contest, and then they went on to place 3rd in the championship over Life City and GCCI, where Gamsu came 2nd and DLCF won the championship. That was the first time we had seen WCF in the championship. They went on to the nationals and they gave us a show. They lost to New Breed, but they came back after that. We picked the 9 highest scoring losing teams to contest on the 6th day. They were eventually the highest. They qualified and they came back to defeat. Today, dear, EBSU UCC, we are sorry. They came back to knock out a 2-time institutional champion and take their seed. Now, WCF is looking to make a mark again. They are seeded though, but this time they are fighting for the institutional championship. And then we have CASA. CASA in 2023 made it to the nationals after they beat GCCI with a tiebreaker. And surprisingly, the 2 teams scored 49 in that contest. 49 as a tie in a preliminary contest. And then they went on to the semifinal. Unfortunately, the semifinal did not go well. Let's just end it there. The semifinal did not go well. But at the national championship, they also made it to the semifinal again. And they lost at the national championship. In 2024, unfortunately, the institutional championships did not go well. And so did the national championship. But they are looking to reclaim another qualification. For them, this is, for lack of a better word, an all to die for affair. If they don't qualify, it means that they have to wait another year for an attempt at the nationals. And then there is AGCM. AGCM, Legon have always been a quiet entry kind of team. Quiet entry. In 2023, their contest was not so big, but they qualified to the semifinals where they lost to CCF. CCF beat AGCM and Life City in that particular contest. If you have the chance, go and watch that contest on our YouTube channel. But they came to the 2024. In 2024 as well, they came in. They did their best, but it wasn't enough. And in the nationals as well. But at the end of the day, they are also fighting for a national championship qualification. And then there is EBSU and there is VISA, who have not really shown strength. But this year, I'm telling you, their enthusiasm was different. It was different. When we were looking at, you see, when we go approach every institution, we take a list of denominations that want to participate. EBSU was the first in Eugene that I got a name for. When it came to presentation of contestants, EBSU. VISA at some point called me and asked me, why are they not part of the quiz? They've heard that there's a certain quiz happening in Eugene this season. Wow. Why are they not part? So you can see that even though we've not seen them, they have now come with some sort of enthusiasm, which shows their level of preparation. Also, with all this background, are you going to be emotional and go for Kasa? Or you are going to... How do you think the contest will go? Because if WCF wins, it means that any of the teams can go up for the highest scoring losing slots that will be available against all the other teams that will lose as well. So how do you see this particular contest going?
Okay, so it will be a tight contest. It will be a tight contest looking at Casa WCF wanting to be a champion of Legon. And I feel like Melody is not contesting this year, right? Melody completed. So Melody was a key man in their team. We all know that Melody. So if I don't know who is replacing
But
Melody.
also for you to were a key man in your team.
I don't
You were
know.
also a key man in your I know there is Prince, but you were a key man in your team.
You're right.
So it means that both of you have lost a key man.
Yes, it's
going
true.
into the contest.
It's true. So our Casa WC Vitsa EFSU, as she said, you see the Legon Championship is kind of, you cannot downsize any team. Because WCF, to be honest, last year when we were coming to meet WCF, we thought it was a walk in the park for us. We thought that we are going to, being their first time, we are going to find a way to beat them, but they punished us. It went down to the last radio, I remember. The last radio. So Visa EFSU cannot be underrated, but I can't talk much for them. AGC on that side, I think Edith.
Yes.
This is the third time. If Edith is competing, this will be the third time.
Yeah.
So she has the experience. So we cannot underrate. And do you know one funny thing is that the Casa WCF AGCM was the championship for last year when WCF won the institutional championship. So it's like kind of a revenge match for AGCM and Casa. I'll definitely go for my team because I believe in my boys. They will do the job.
So also Prince is contesting. we want to know. Observers want to know. Is Prince contesting?
Let's meet tomorrow and see what happens.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are given the opportunity. You can, in this contest, we want you to put your comments in the comment section. Who you think will win the contest and who will be the close second in the comment section. Who is winning the contest one and who will be the close second. We have WCF Legon, we have Casa Legon, we have AGCM Legon, Visa UG, and EFSU Legon. Who is winning that particular contest? Ozoho says this one, it is not a tactical selection. It is an emotional one. Ozoho has gone for his denomination. I want to know what... So you said Casa is winning. Who will be the close second?
I'm feeling that this contest, I don't know. I can't undermine the other teams. FC UCC before the inception of NBQ, I remember SCC quiz. They were a very powerful side.
That's EFSU Legon.
Yeah, EFSU Legon. When we were having SCC quiz before the inception of NBQ, but with the NBQ being a different method and format, they've not really shown up. But, I feel like it will be a contest between Casa WCF. So if Casa is winning, definitely WCF comes second.
WCF people, I didn't say some.
I know Prezi Lord is watching.
All right. So in our second contest, we have Gamsu Eugene Local, who reached the first national championship and won it, but in the institutional, in fact, their institutional championship was a very funny one. So they were leading the contest. So I think about round 3, the true of us was Deuteronomy 33, if I remember well. And they did some. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Life City had tied with them and it was left with one riddle. The Life City ladies got 3 straight riddles to tie with Gamsu.
I remember.
And it was down to the last. You know that
remember
at that point, I thought the contest was over and we were about to have a tiebreaker, only to realize that there was one riddle left.
Yeah.
And then 80 and 83.
King George.
Everyone who was there,
King George
once you hear
masterclass.
80 and 83, you know that it is that
Oh,
riddle scare that Life City gave Gamsu. But eventually, Gamsu won with 47 points. They made it to the grand finale, where they were favorite to contend against DLCF.
Yeah,
but then, unfortunately for them, they came out third. And a CCF that was slow but sure came out and win.
Second.
Then at the nationals, they really did well. They really fought. All of their contests at the nationals was aside the quarterfinals. The semi-final was a close one. They won with 42
I think-
against Pentafel, and then they won the nationals with 1 point
The last
against
radio
DLCF.
issue.
So you see, Gamsu have shown strength throughout the championship.
Yeah.
Last year at the institutionals, they showed up, they did well. At the nationals, they won their first contest against a Gesam KNUST team that was really strong. But
Get some Ken.
then they met AGCM KNUST and it was a different story. Now, they are coming back into this championship looking to at least claim an institutional championship title. At least. So that they will have one national championship, one institutional championship. Hey, we will be there. And then there is New Breed, ICGC, New Breed Campus Ministry. In 2023, they contested where they lost to, I think, DLCF. DLCF beat them. Yes. And in 2024, they won their qualifiers with, I think, 51 or so. They qualified for the nationals again.
The Melvin show.
Yeah. But unfortunately, it didn't help them much in the nationals. So, and then there is Gesam Legon, who have also shown strength. In fact, in 2023, they made it to the semifinals, right? Yeah. But then in 2024, it didn't go well for them because they met Gamsu in their qualifying contest, and Gamsu won that contest. Now, this year, they are looking to secure a spot at the nationals. Then our next team is GCCI, the Asida show. We've seen Asida for so long, and Asida always delivers a masterclass. But unfortunately for him, his pairing has never been good. In 2023, he had a very good team, a solid team. But after that, we've not really seen a team that is good enough to contend. Hopefully, Asida and his team tomorrow can show up and surprise us all. But I think they scored 32 in the 2024 championship when DLCF scored 51 in 2024. And then our final team is Nubji. Nubji in 2023 had issues and they contested but couldn't qualify. In 2024, we didn't see them at all. But this year, they said they are back. And so they are a bit of a wild card going into the contest. Also, Gesam, Gamsu, Nubji, GCCI, and New Breed.
It will be a tough one. I mean, as I think you made a comment that when you see the UG championship, no Yamshiwana worry. In fact, Gamsu versus GCCI has met once in the 2023 institutional, the semi-final. It was Gamsu, UG, GCCI, and Kasali gone.
Yeah.
And Gamsu won. As you rightly said, the Aseda show, the Aseda masterclass, Aseda always performing, giving us the best he can do, but most often the pairing. So if they are going to work on a good pair for Aseda, Aseda can give Gamsu a really tight competition. Gamsu is like...
I think Gamsu in 2023 was King George, Kofi Labi,
and Frank.
Kofi Labi completed that year. In 24, it was King George, Frank, and then they added God's Plan. King George is also now out of school. So we have Frank, God's Plan. Now they have to add one more person. But I think that if you look at it over the years, their performance it's declining, even though they perform. Do you think that decline is going to finally take a dip this year, or they are going to rise up?
I think they felt the impact last year with the absence of Kofi Labi. They felt the impact. I think Gamsu UG is having a good succession plan. How they brought in God's plan and other stuff is a nice way to improve continuity and other stuff. But I think Frank will deliver.
Frank will deliver.
Tomorrow.
Do you have information that Frank is contesting? You want to know?
That's what I don't even know. But I'm sure Frank will be contesting. I don't know. I don't really know of their team. But if Frank and God's plan, I think they didn't perform bad last year. Frank and God's plan. I think they were starting the first round and second round. Then King George
came in.
So they have the experience, they have the team. So if they really trained this year, it means that they are going to show up. And I remember doing our Bible interactive group. One time, someone said, Asida, aren't you leaving the show? And he said, until we win it. Well, I don't know if you remember.
I remember.
Until we win it. So if Asida is saying until we win it, it means Gamsu has a job to do. And Gamsu Nubzi is a brother affair. Gamsu Nubzi, Presby Methodist affair. So, new breed, I don't know if Melvin will be back in the game. If they do their things well, they can also give us a contest. It will be a nice contest. But I will take Gamsu, maybe a slight edge over GCCI.
So in your books, Gamsu wins and GCCI qualifies as one of the highest scoring losing teams.
Sure.
No be me talking about. Okay. So in this contest too, who you think is winning it and who is coming in as a close second in the comments section. Our final contest for the UJ Championship, which is the contest personally I am looking forward to, and I know everyone is looking forward to. We have Pensa Legon. Pensa in 2023 was one of the highest scoring losing teams that qualified.
It was Pensa Legon, Casa Legon, GCCI in that contest.
And it was one contest. I think you both finished with 49. Pensa finished with 37, if I really recall. Yeah, Pensa finished that contest. So it was not that they were bad.
No, I think the end of round one, they were leading, if I remember.
So they had a solid team.
Liberty,
Esther. They had a solid team. But at the end of the day, they had met two teams that were even stronger. That's GCCI and Casa, who even, I think at the end of there was so many issues around the end of the contest. Yes. So but in 2024, they met Gamsu Eugene and they lost to Gamsu Eugene. Gamsu Eugene scored 34, right? And they lost to Gamsu Eugene, which was, even though Pensa was a bit impressive, they were not that
compared
much there.
To the previous.
So, but they were at the Nationals. And they didn't really show us what they were made of. I think particularly because they had lost Esther in their preparations. We don't know what happened, but unfortunately Esther could not contest. And it went against Pensa Legon. Now, Pensa Legon are coming back for a redemption story. And they are unleashed. People unleashed. So people unleashed coming back for a very serious redemption story against a seeded team that is Live City. Live City is seeded. Live City lost their semi-final in 2023 to CCF after losing to Gamsu in the prelims. They qualified as one of the highest scoring losing teams, and then they went on to lose to CCF. At the Nationals, they made it to the semi-finals again, and then they lost to DLCF KNUST. But I think also let's look at this one. In 2023, the team that Live City lost to in the semi-final nearly won it. They were 1 point short. In 2024, the team that Live City lost to nearly won it. So
these unpopular, I mean, but I think the same too with Casa Legon. You beat Casa Legon in the Nationals and you are going into the finals to be the third position, if you've realized it. FCUCC eliminated Casa 2023. They placed third. New Breed did it last year. They placed third.
Permutations over here. So in 2024, Live City made it to the grand finale. right? But unfortunately, their scores were not as impressive as they usually are. Then they are facing CCF again. They are facing CCF, but CCF were good in 2023 and absolutely poor in 2024. So they were, in fact, they were the only seeded team to score so they didn't even cross the 10 digits, the double digits. Yes, and in the Eugene Championship last year, they did not contest at all, but they were at the nationals because they were seeded. Now they are coming back again with also another redemption story. And then there is Aposa, who lost to Life City last year. Aposa lost to Life City in the institutionals last year. And then our institutional champions, DLCF, who have lost two key contestants. They don't have Chukwuemeka this year. They don't have Bright this year. So it means that they are coming with, if Baba is contesting, that's Baba Kojo Lambert, Baba and two new persons. So how are you seeing this contest?
This is the clash of the titans for the UG Championship qualifiers, because having DLCF, Live City, CCF, Fencer Posa is a very tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Now, as you said, DLCF has it's not coming with Chukwuemeka and Penstel, a new team, the experience, and Lambert is not experienced. I think Live City, was it yesterday or
Yes,
someone was
yesterday.
saying that Dauphin should sit back for the children to play some more. So, looking at that experience too from Dauphin, if Dauphin is also contesting, it means it will be a tough game for DLCF. Pensa, from what Pensa has been going through on the Bible the interactive page, from one of our colleagues always tagging Pensa Ligon, and I think that should push them to do a bit of up their game.
We
They
all
should-
want Spencer to qualify.
they-
As
they-
for this
they-
one, I will say, I want Spencer Legon to qualify.
They
We need Spencer at the nationals.
They need to up their game. They have the men to do it if you are looking at it. And Aposa UG, that's my team to watch, to be honest. Because they were not in the nationals 2024, they didn't qualify for the nationals. But I saw some of their guys around. They came to sleep to see how the contest. It means that they are serious about the thing. So
Wow.
if really they pursued it after the
Lost
championship,
at the Eugene Championship.
it means that they are working. So it's a team to watch for me, Aposa UG.
Also, to you, is this the toughest contest of the day?
Yes, I said it. I said it's the clash of the titan for the
So-
UG championship. And with CCF, let me touch. CCF is a strong side from 2023, but they disappointed in the.
But you see, in
2024.
2023, they had David
That's where I'm
Afote,
coming- that's
they
where I'm
had
coming
Joasim. They had these two guys together with
Nyamiye.
Nyamiye.
You see, in the 2023, I think I told when the pairing was done, it was Casa UCC going to meet CCF Legon the 2024, and I told them that, you see, the CCF side is a very good team, but they don't have David Afote again. And when you studied their performance 2023, you realize that Nyamiye was the New Testament and David Afote was Old Testament. I don't know if we really realize. It looks like they shared it. So it was David for the Old Testament, because when you were following their contest, you realize that when the Old Testament questions came, it was David who was tackling.
answering.
And Nyamiye was very good with the parables, miracles. I don't know if you. So you are your Old Testament is not part
And
of
yes, more analysis.
So in the 2024 competition, your Old Testament was not part of it. So it was like you are coming in with a New Testament.
This one
something.
is like buying the Gideon's Bible with Psalms and Proverbs.
You-
The
you
New
get- you
Testament
get
is
it.
Psalms.
You get it. So that was what made. So I'm sure Nyamiye is very good. I know Nyamiye from Commonwealth. We were in the same room when I was in level 2. So I
Wow.
know Nyamiye, SCC quiz, Nyamiye performed very well into the MBQ. So he has the last chance. His final year. I don't know if he's contesting, but if Nyamiye is contesting, he can up the game. But I think it will be a Live City DLCF is wounded, so they are coming in very
You know,
serious.
DLCF, if they don't win and they don't score high, unless next year.
Yes.
So, who are
Yes.
you tipping to win this contest?
DLCF is very hungry, but I think Life City.
Hey,
I don't know. I feel like DLCF needs it, but it won't be the third
but do
time
you
for them.
think they have enough? You are saying Life City is winning it. Does DLCF have enough to be one of the highest scoring losing teams?
Oh yeah.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
So although they may not win it, they
They
will
can
still
qualify
qualify
as
to
one of the highest.
nationals. Okay, we want to open the phone lines as we talk about the possible grand finale based on your parents. So the phone lines are open. The number is 055 028 7680. You can call in if you have a question, if you have an input. We have made a number of predictions. If you agree with us, let us know. If you don't agree with us, too, let us know. This is the NBQ Fan Show. Osofo, based on what you have said, your grand finale will be Casa, Gamsu, and then Live City. Live City. So we have a caller on the line. Chukwemeka is back.
Hello.
Hello, Chukwemeka. Hello, Chukwemeka. You can go ahead
Hello,
and
good
speak.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. We are listening to you.
Yes, good afternoon. Tomorrow will be very, very yes. I said tomorrow will be very, very I don't know what to say. But for my own parents, for the contest one, I think it's between WCF and I'm hoping WCF, News G, and AGCM. So I'm tipping News G to win. Maybe you don't know why, but
Chuku, tell us why.
I
Tell
know
us
the
why.
News G guy, and I've done a contest with him before, and I know his qualities. And this is the first time of him partaking in the National Bible quiz.
So, Chukwemeka, Noobsy is in
Yes,
contest
I've been
2.
with him before,
Noobsy is in
and
contest
I've
2.
contested with him. He's so passionate about Bible quizzes. So I've done a quiz with him before, and it was so good. And I told him, Bible quiz, National Bible quiz is your standard. So I'm tipping him to win because I've done a contest with him before, and he can. I don't see Frank matching him. Frank may use experience because he has been experienced 3 years, so he can use experience to beat Nubji. But I'm tipping Nubji to win. Watch out for Nubji tomorrow. Watch out for the Nubji guy tomorrow. I hope he's not watching this. But I wanted everything to be low key. But tomorrow, watch out for Nubji. I'm tipping Nubji to win tomorrow.
Okay. Chuku, what about the DLCF
And
contest?
for the contest 2, I think it's Casa and WCF. Casa and WCF, they have both lost their star man. Prezi is no longer contesting, and Melody is no longer contesting. I think the Legon Championship is new faces that are coming in. Only Life City don't want to make their own faces to retire for the new boys to come in. But I'm saying between Casa and WCF, but I'm saying WCF. I'm saying WCF. Casa. I'm also looking at Casa because if you look at WCF, they were over dependent on Melody. Melody was really the one holding the team. But when you look at Casa, it was like they were both balanced between Prezi and Prince. They were both working. You could not see that it is one person show, one man show or something. So it will be tough, I don't know what to say, but I think WCF. But if not, CASA can also win. But CASA and WCF is a tight one. Well, for my contest,
Chuku said my contest too.
DLCF, Live City, CCF, Aposa, it's very tight. It's very tight. Live City, when I saw Live City, I was like, oh God, why? Why this time? We want to be at the Nationals. The first goal is to make it to the Nationals. Defending the institutional championship is not the goal right now. It is getting that national ticket. That is the goal. When you get that one first, then you can think about defending the. I don't want us to be like EFSU. No, it can't be. It cannot repeat itself. This history cannot repeat itself. So we are hoping for the best. It's so difficult. Seeing Live City, but God will do it for us. We are going to win. We will surely win. One way or the other, we are going to win. It will be so difficult. Live City and CCF. It's like we are all wounded lions. DLCF wounded, CCF wounded, Live City wounded. We are all wounded lions. So it will be difficult. But I'm hoping for the best. Tomorrow I'll be watching. I hope we win tomorrow. Yes. So UG Championship will be very, very tough. It's very, very tough. But we are going to win. Like I've prophesied already, we are winning and we are defending for the third time.
Wow,
Yes.
wow.
Well,
God
that's
bless
what
you
I have
so
to
much,
say.
Chuku, for
So
calling
we'll
in.
see tomorrow to celebrate.
All right, God bless you, Chuku, for calling in. Also,
I
Chuku
think
has
I
given
like-
us a lot to talk about.
I like his part where he said that we
are
want to
all-
qualify.
So, for those of you who are thinking DLCF is coming to defend the
Defend
title,
champion, they say.
they said their first goal is to qualify for the nationals. Once they qualify for the nationals, then the grand finale is another battle on its own. But Chuku is saying he has prophesied that DLCF is qualifying to the nationals and winning the UG championship for a third consecutive time. But he said something. He said that the contest is full of wounded lions. DLCF lost their seat at the nationals. CCF lost their seat at the nationals. Aposa lost to Live City last year. Pensa have tried and tried and tried. They are coming to try again. Live City have made it to. They've tried. They've never won the institutional championship, but they also have their name and their contestants. So it's going to be a very tight battle. But Chuku said that he's tipping Noobsg to contest, and Chuku is saying that he has contested in contests with the Noobsg guy, and we know Chuku's level. We know the level that Chuku is at. When we put Smart, we put Chuku, we put Kofi Labi, all on the same level. And he is saying that based on what he has seen from the Noobsg contestants, we have not seen. But based on what he has seen, he is tipping Noobsg to win. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, so if it's coming from Chuku, it means that the guy is very good. I mean, from what he's saying, he said he competed with him and he saw that, no, he's an NBQ standard. That was what Chuku said. So it means the guy is good, but I mean, the NBQ is a different ball game together. So, I mean, he would need to come and prove. Still, I feel Frank can use the experience and other stuffs too.
But he said WCF will win your contest.
Yeah, I think I like one part about his analysis when he said that
They were over-dependent on
melody, and it's
but
a balance
your
game between
team was
Prince.
also balanced.
It was.
And now you are out.
Prince was even my boss. Prince was even my boss.
I
so
wish we had Prince's video on the Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we if you want to call in, you can still call in. The number is 055-028-7680. We want to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about the national championship and the championships ahead. And I have a very big surprise for you on the show. Stay with us.
That feeling you get when you walk into an event with incredible music and sound quality. Yeah, that's us. Welcome to Ghana's leading musical instrument store, Sweet Music. Choose from a wide range of keyboards, drum sets, guitars, combos, stage monitors, mixers, amplifiers, speakers, microphones, saxophones, trumpets, studio equipment, and every accessory thinkable. We're located in Achimota Sonodim Ship House, adjacent Absa Bank. Tema Community 9 next to Star Gas near T Havana. Kumasi, opposite the STC station or Ashanti Home Touch, Asafo Market. Takrady, ground floor of Rabito Clinic, Dabiama. Sunyani, opposite Kokobod, Cementia Story Building. Tamale at the King David Plaza. You can also shop online at sweet-music.com or call 020-536-0313 or 054-734-6146. From top brands to beginner-friendly options, we've got something for everyone. Sweet Music. Hear the sound.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the NBQ Fans Show, the Eugene Preview Edition. We are still talking about the Eugene Championship. We are still talking about the National Championships. And we are still talking about the National Bible Quiz. Now, the phone lines are still open if you want to make a prediction, if you want to make an input, if you want to ask a question. My guest is here to answer. We are here to answer. But before we go into talking about the national championship is it year, there are a few changes in the nationals this year. I want us to talk about Sweet Music Pro Audio. You know, Sweet Music has been with us from the inception of the project, from the very first day. I think in the UG Championship in 2023, they sponsored the cash prizes for all the championships. And then in the nationals, they gave us sound. And Sweet Music has been with us from the beginning of the project, even until today. This year, they've been traveling with us throughout the country. When we went to Temale, there is a branch in Temale. They gave us the gadgets, they gave us everything to set up, to do that. So NBQ has always been with Sweet Music. Sweet Music has always been with NBQ. But this year is a very big year for Sweet Music. Sweet Music is 10 years this year. And as part of their 10th anniversary, they have something big in store for NBQ.
Wow.
They have something very big. So over the years at the nationals, they gave musical instruments of your choice. So what we did in 2023 and 2024, once you qualify to the semi-final, you start to list the musical instruments that you want, your church needs. So if your church needs a drum, you write. If it is bass guitar, if it is keyboard, saxophone, whatever it is that your church needs, you write it, you bring it to us. Once you make it to the grand finale, on the day of the grand finale, the equipments are brought there. You win, you take it away. In 2023, Gamsu won, and they got a bass guitar, cost tens of thousands of cedis, free. Last year, DLCF won, they got a saxophone. But this year, as part of the 10th anniversary, Sweet Music wants us to introduce something even bigger. Please, once I start talking about the thing, I want everyone watching the streams to start typing Sweet Music in the comment section.
Very necessary.
Just type Sweet Music. Because this year, beyond the musical instrument they are giving to the overall winner, Sweet Music is introducing the Sweet Music Highest Scorer of the Day Award.
Wow.
Sweet Music Highest Scorer of the Day Award.
Wow.
The championship is a total of 11 days. So on each day, the 9 teams that are contesting, each of the teams will list an instrument or an item that their church needs. Each of the 9 churches contesting that day. Sweet Music will pick one of the items from the list and bring it to the quiz grounds on that day. The team that scores the highest at the end of the day will walk away with that product.
Wow, this is beautiful. This is really
So,
beautiful.
Sweet Music Highest Scorer Award 2025 National Championship. It means that if you win your contest on that day and you score high, you are not going back empty handed. No, 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 no. Beyond the cash prize you are getting, Sweet Music is giving you. So, if you make it to the 1/8 and you score high on the day, you make it to the quarterfinal and you score high on the day, you make it to the semi-final, you score high on the day, and you win the grand finale, you are walking away with 4 different sets of musical instruments.
Wow. Wow. God
And
bless
this
them.
is Sweet Music doing this for NBQ on their 10th anniversary. So if your church has any musical instruments need, I am telling you today, go to any Sweet Music branch. You know, beyond that, the whole of the year, from now to the end of the year, they are giving 20% discounts on everything in their shops. So from today, any Sweet Music shop you walk into, you are getting 20% discounts on any item you are buying. So this is Sweet Music telling us that they are for the churches in Ghana. They are for the Christian body. Because this is Charlie.
It's amazing.
So-
It's amazing.
My contestants, this one, let me specifically talk to the contestants. Right now, our eyes are on you. We, the members of the church, our eyes are now on you.
Very necessary.
Especially for the churches that are yet to have their institutional championships. Please, some of us need keyboards. Some of us need drums. You have to qualify to the nationals and go and score high so that we can get something that we can say that, yes, our people learned the Bible and this is what they got. Oh, Anamewa.
It's very true. I mean, it looks like this year is a cash out season. It's a cash out season. Learn the Bible and win prizes. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So Sweet Music is doing this for us, and we really appreciate it. My team, please, are you checking the comment section? Are we seeing the Sweet Music, Sweet Music, Sweet Music? Wonderful. We are seeing Sweet Music, and we really appreciate them. You can visit any of their branches. They currently have 6 branches and online web store. So their website is sweet-music, but the music is with a Z. Sweet-music with a Z.com. The branches, we have Achimota, at adjacent the Sonderdomship House, near the opposite Daviama. And then there is a branch in Tamale, at the King David Plaza at Jisonaili. So just walk into any of their branches or call any of their numbers. You can call 0547 346 146. 0547 346 146. Sweet Music is doing a lot for the Christian community. And so if you want to buy any instruments for your church, even if it is drumsticks you want to buy, walk into any of their branches. You will get a 20% discount. You walk away happy. They will get more money to sponsor us next year. So, Sweet Music, God bless you. Sweet Music, we say a very big thank you. And we look forward to hearing your name in every household come the next 10, 20 years. Now, moving on, beyond Sweet Music support, unfortunately, we don't have much support for this year's championship. And so we will need every individual. So long as you are a Christian, you have to know that the Bible says that what? It is the will of the Lord that we will know him. We know him. So we must all get to know the word. And this project is really getting us to... The next time we'll do a fan show, I think I have to talk with my team to start projecting all the testimonies that we've been receiving from this project. A lot of people are getting to know the word of God. A lot of people are becoming serious with the word, are becoming serious in their lives as Christians through this project. And so it is something that we believe that every Christian, every individual, every business should be able to stand by, should be able to back and support. And so there are many ways you can support the project. One of them is by donating, by your personal donations. And we have even made it simple. You can decide to partner with us. Give 10 cedis every week. Give 10 cedis every month. Give 100 cedis every month. Any amount that you believe that you can give to support the projects this year, just give, partner with us, and be given that amount, and I believe that you see the impacts that your money is making in the lives of our youth, because these youth are the ones who will be our leaders in the next 5, 10, 15 years. And so if you want to see leaders who are infested with the word of God, this is an opportunity for us to do that. And beyond that, you have a business. You are a Christian. You have a business. Let me even not specify. You have a business. You have a service that you render. And you think that, no, this business that I'm doing can easily support the project. It can easily support the work that the NBQ is doing. You can just reach out to any member of the NBQ team through our socials or our numbers on WhatsApp, via phone, or email. Reach out to us, talk to us. This is my business. This is what I do. How can I help? If you are a caterer, you can easily help, because we feed people. We feed people. And some might involve cooking for them. You're a caterer. You can help with the cooking, with the feeding. Just reach out to us. Let me mention the numbers that you can reach out to us through so that we all have it. Email nbqghana@gmail.com. nbqghana@gmail.com. Or call or WhatsApp any of the following numbers: 0205 360313, 0205 360313, or 053 1454 855, 053 1454 855, or 0204 6262 66. Reach us on any of these numbers. And then finally, you know an individual who has a passion for these things, who has a passion for the youth, an individual or a member of your church, any person at all, or a business that you know that this business can easily support the project. Reach out to us, let us know the business, let us know the individual, connect us to us, and we will take it from there. And that is how you can easily support the project. So it is not just, it doesn't necessarily have to be to support highest score of the day, but you can easily support the project in your very own way. I want us all to take advantage of this and support this wonderful project that the Lord is doing with the youth in the country. And by the grace of God, it will expand, it will have much more impact, and we will all be blessed. Amen. I want us to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about the national championship and some changes that we are implementing moving forward. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the NBQ Fans Show, the special edition UG Preview edition. So, this year's national championship, how excited are you? Last year we did 12 churches, 12 institutions. This year we are doing 14. We unfortunately lost one institution, but we've gotten 3 more. We've done one of them, and UPSA was amazing. How excited are you about this year's national championship, being the 3rd season of the national level?
I think the competition is really progressing very, very, very fast. It's progressing very fast. Looking at how it started, and we are only into the 3rd year, and you can see the excitement from the churches. I followed the UPSA competition, and I really enjoyed it. I
think we need to give a big round of applause to the UPSA people.
Yeah,
the contest was a night contest, but they showed up and they were there. I was a quiz master myself. At a point, the contestants were telling me, please wait. I should wait for the audience to finish making the noise before we continue the contest. Because the audience were just there. The contest ended around 10:30 p.m., but the audience were still around, still learning the Bible, still supporting their teams. And we even had a couple of patrons and still around us at that time. And so for UPS this year, I've been excited about a number of championships over the years, but this year, UPS has caught my heart. After UPS, then the TTU championship. They really caught my heart. And I'm excited to see what they will be doing at the nationals this year.
I think the nationals will be currently to win the nationals, it will be very difficult. You will need to be at your peak to win the nationals, because the excitement, the passion from, you see that new institutions like UPSC, they are even eager to win the nationals more than the old folks. You get it? So you realize that it will be very difficult. I think one last time Prince was like, the first season was our year, but we needed to do but so to win it currently is very difficult, and it is bringing some excitement from the institutions. You could see that people are really getting interested in the competition. We should give ourselves
there was
2
one
more
institution,
years. We take
when
over.
I asked them to present the contestants' names, they gave me a list of 6 people. A denomination gave me 6. I was like, hey, we need 3, and you have 6 people who are ready to contest. This really is telling us that how much passion, how much energy, how much commitment people are putting into the National Bible Quiz, and how much people really want to show us that indeed learning the Bible pays off. But this year's Nationals has a twist to it. This year's Nationals has a twist to it. Tentatively, it's supposed to happen from the 22nd September to 5th October. Monday 22nd to Sunday 5th October. We'll be launching it probably 31st of August. But this year's national championship is slightly different because it has a very significant effect on the 2026 institutional championship. Why? Now, this year, any team that makes it to the quarterfinals, okay, if a denomination does not make it to the quarterfinal from an institution, so we are having at least 3 churches from every institution, with the exception of ATU, because we couldn't have a championship and there was only 1 church, we automatically qualified them. But beyond that, every institution has at least 3 churches, which makes it a fair opportunity for every institution. So if you don't make it to the quarterfinal, it means that the following year, the institution will not get an institutional championship. So in 2026, we will only do institutional championships for institutions whose churches were at least one of the 27 quarterfinalists. So if in the 18 preliminary stage contests, all your 3 denominations, your school has 3 denominations, and they were all kicked off, it means in 2026, you are not getting an institutional championship. Beyond that, in 2026, in institutions that are in the same city, for instance, on 21st, we are going to UNE. On 28th, we are going back to Sunyani to go to STU. If it were 2026 and this were to happen, we would do the championship in 1 weekend. One of them will happen on Friday, like UPSA did. The other will happen on Saturday. So comparing the 2, whichever institution has a least number of participating institutions will have theirs on the Friday night. And then next day, we'll have the other institution which has the more number of titles. So this is a wake-up call to every institution, to every denomination. If you know that your denomination didn't qualify, but there was another denomination that has qualified, and you want NBQ to have an institutional championship in your school next year, you need to encourage them. If you go and they are sleeping, please wake them up. Because whether or not you have an institutional championship next year is resting on their shoulders now. But it does not mean that your institution will not participate. Your institution will be given a number of slots to provide. So we give you a number of slots. If you can have a contest on your own, however you do it, just present a number of denominations that will contest in the institution nationals. Then the rest, those who qualify, we will have the institutional championship. This, we believe, will improve the quality of our content. Not that alone, but it will also push churches to even do more at the nationals, because right now you are having the weight of your whole institution on your shoulders. Yes. So this change is going to take effect right from the nationals this year. So if you really want to be an institutional champion next year, then you have to fight to make it to the quarterfinal this year. These are some of the key changes that we are implementing come 2026, which will take effect from the 2025 National Championship. Speaking of the National Championship, we have a number of championships left. We have UG tomorrow. Next week, Saturday 14th, we are at Cape Coast Technical University. The following week, 21st of June, we are at University of Energy and Natural Resources, UNE. 28th, we are at Sunyani Technical University. On the 5th of July, we are at Akenten Apiamenka University for Science, Technology, and Entrepreneurial Development. Skills, Technology, and Entrepreneurial Development. Amstead in Kumasi will have their champion. In fact, this year, based on the numbers we have, they have the highest number of participation. And they are a first-time institution. This is their first time. And they have, on the day they told me the number of denominations that are participating, I was shocked. For something that is fairly new to them. They've never seen it before. They've never heard it before. And this is how much participation they are giving us. I think that they deserve that commendation. And then we'll finish it in the land of our institution, our current national championship, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, on the 12th of July. Then from there, it will be all eyes on the national championship. We are looking for 45 teams. We currently have 22 out of 8 championships. We have 23 more to fill out of the remaining 6 championships. Some of them may come from the standby list. So it is an encouragement to every denomination. No matter how badly the contest goes, try as much as possible to score high. I think currently the highest score on the standby list is 19. It has been 19 since UMAT. And we've done 6 championships in between, and it is still 19. It means that for the remaining of the championships, if you are even able to score at least 25 and lose, you have a shot at being at the nationals. So we want to encourage every contestant, try as much as possible to hit 30, hit 25. Don't give up in the middle of the contest if round 1 doesn't go well, if round 2 doesn't go well. Because round 3, round 4 have enough points to make you cross that 25, that 30 mark. We will be wrapping up our show shortly. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take our final words from our guest and we'll wrap up our show. This is the NBQ Fans Show. Stay with us.
That feeling you get when you walk into an event with incredible music and sound quality. Yeah, that's us. Welcome to Ghana's leading musical instrument store, Sweet Music. Choose from a wide range of keyboards, drum sets, guitars, combos, stage monitors, mixers, amplifiers, speakers, microphones, saxophones, trumpets, studio equipment, and every accessory thinkable. We're located in Achimota, Sonodim Ship House, adjacent Absa Bank. Tema Community 9 next to Star Gas near T Havana. Kumasi, opposite the STC station or Ashanti Home Touch, Asafo Market. Takrady, ground floor of Ravito Clinic, Dabiama. Sunyani, opposite Kokobod, Cementia Story Building. Tamale at the King David Plaza. You can also shop online at sweet-music.com or call 020-536-0313 or 054-734-6146. From top brands to beginner-friendly options, we've got something for everyone. Sweet Music. Hear the sound.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed the interactions today. And beyond that, Sweet Music have made me so happy. Hey, Sweet Music, Ghana's leading musical instrument store Ampa. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are wrapping up our show as we are taking the final words from our guest, Mr. Emmanuel Eni Masari. He was a CASA contestant in 2023. When he contested the first time, he was the evangelism secretary. In 2024, when he contested the second time, he was the president. Unfortunately, Presi didn't win the contest. Kasa Legon, please, you should have asked him questions. Presi, why didn't you win the contest for her? Hey, Adolfo, we have to take you to chairman. Okay, so we want to take a few words from him as we wrap up the show. But I will still keep the phone lines open for one last time. If you want to call, make a comment, make an input, ask a question as we wrap up the show. The number is 055-028-7680. It is on your screen right now. 055-028-7680. Call in. Let's have a chat. Also, final words for us.
Okay, so
Please explain why Evangelism Secretary 1, President 1, you still didn't bring us any trophy, institutional or national.
it will be a conversation for another day.
A few last words for us.
Okay, so first I want to use this opportunity to thank the management of Sweet Music Pro for what they are doing for NBQ. God should richly bless them. And I will also take the opportunity to encourage all people out there, all corporate businesses, or institutions who can support the call or for people to learn the word of God. You see, the word of God says in Galatians chapter 6, verse 10, that if we have the opportunity, we should do good. And he emphasized that the good, we should do it especially to those in the household of God. So if we are promoting the work of God, if we are doing things of the work of God, I expect that we come along and support it. If you don't have the business, if you don't have an institution, you can still donate the 10 cedis per week, the 10 cedis per month, the 10 cedis per day, and you will receive a blessing because you are supporting the word of God. And one last thing to the contestants out there, I think you guys are really doing well. You guys are getting time out of your busy schedules on campus to learn and represent your church, putting the whole church on your shoulders to represent. It's very good, but we can do more. We need to have a nice competition. Especially we should get more tiebreakers. Then we see I really enjoyed tiebreakers, the tension within the tiebreakers.
CASA as a church have had a history of
Tiebreakers,
tiebreakers.
yeah. So let's do well. Let's dedicate much time. You are preparing for the quiz to represent your church. You are also growing spiritually. You are also improving your knowledge in the Bible. And I think finally I want to greet my CASA National Coordinator, Reverend Emmanuel Jansier, all CASA Regional Coordinators, and all CASArians out there. And lastly, on UG competition, tomorrow we need all Christians on campus at the Cathedral Conference Room, at the Kofi, exactly 8 a.m. We need all Christians. To all CASArians out there, we are winning tomorrow, so I expect you in your numbers. Thank you very much.
Man of God, God bless you. Hey, please, he only greeted the CASArians, so I am greeting every other person. I am greeting every other NBQ supporter. We lost our Facebook page to a number. We've tried. I tried for a couple of months trying to uh, retrieve it, but unfortunately. So what you see as our new Facebook is a relatively new one. We still need the followership, but beyond Facebook, we need you to follow all our social media handles. The handle is at NBQ Ghana, or just type National Bible Quiz. You will see us, follow us, turn on the notifications buttons for whenever we make any updates. And the excitement is building up, the momentum is building up. You don't want to miss an update. Oh. You don't want to miss an update. So on Instagram, on Threads, on X, on Facebook, on TikTok, on you, just follow us for every update, every video, every reel, every post. And we are looking forward for the Eugene Championship tomorrow. 3 contests and a grand finale. The 3 churches that are seeded, if they win their contest, will give way for 3 highest scoring losing teams to qualify. The proceedings are going to start at exactly 8 a.m. tomorrow at the Cathedral Conference Room at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana. In fact, interestingly, the Cathedral Conference Room hosted the 2023 Eugene semifinals and the 2023 National Championship. We are going back to our homeland, and we are expecting you to come there. Come and learn the word. Come and learn the Bible. If you are outside Accra and you can't make it, just tune in to our Facebook channel, to our YouTube channel, and watch the contests as they happen. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to support your church and learn the Bible for yourself. So we want to say a very big thank you to you all for tuning in, for watching this show, for enjoying this show. We've seen all your comments and we appreciate them. And we are looking forward to seeing you next time when we bring you the NBQ Fan Show. Until then, we look forward to seeing you in person in all the remaining championships. My name is Richard Ofwe, and I have been your host for the NBQ Fan Show Eugene Preview Edition. God bless you, and bye-bye.